today on Divorce Court.
I'm here today to try to solve some issues between me and my wife, who does not put me first.
We get along perfectly fine, but when there is an argument, it's a big argument.
Bianca likes to blow things out of proportion.
When Jasmine says she's gonna find a man that's gonna treat her like a queen, I just ignore her because that's what she says when she's mad. She says a lot of things she doesn't mean when she's mad.
So if Bianca does not change, I will get a divorce and I might be with a man.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Bianca Hubbard and Jasmine Hubbard. You two have been married for 4 years. You don't have any children together, but you have 2 children from a previous relationship. Mrs. Hubbard, I'm going to start with you. Well, since you're both Mrs. Hubbard, do you mind if I call you Bianca and Jasmine?
That's fine.
Oh, that's good. Okay. Bianca, I'm going to start with you. What are your concerns with respect to this relationship, and why do you think it's in trouble?
I would say that our relationship is in trouble because of social media issues, for one. Things that happened in the past is still being held against each other. So
what's happening on social media? Who's posting what about whom?
Well, I won't say that it's just her. I mean, I had times in the past when I did post things on social media, but nowadays it's like if she gets mad, she'll post pictures or say things like she ready to move on or ready to do different things with her life. And most of the times I know that it's about me, but it's not
directly about you, but it's like
it doesn't have my name on it, but I know that it's about me.
Right, yeah, like a little subtext there going on. Jasmine, do you do that?
No. I would say that social media is my outlet, and I post pictures. I don't post words. That's her doing the more quotes or little stuff that's throwing shade toward me, knowing that we're having trouble.
Never conduct your relationship through a third party, and the internet is a third party.
Right.
And it doesn't invite conversation. There's no nuance to it. It's just zing, zing, and that's it.
Yeah. Right.
And then everybody else is looking at your zings and making assumptions about what you're zinging about, and that doesn't help either. Jasmine, what do you say is the primary concern that you have with this relationship?
I would say I'm not kept first. She does not put me first in situations. Some situations, we don't even live together. And that's one of my biggest pet peeves now.
You've been married 4 years and you don't live together. How did that work?
Well, she moved down here and she moved to Atlanta in February. I just moved down in May. She was staying with a cousin. I can't stay with her family, so I went to go stay in a rooming house, and I'm still there.
How did she end up moving to Atlanta without you? Did you two not discuss the move?
Well, we did, but I didn't take her serious. She told me back a couple previous months ago that she was going to move, and I didn't take it serious. I was staying with my cousin then, and we had a little altercation, and she just upped and moved.
So clearly you were already having trouble before the move to Atlanta.
Yes, correct.
Bianca, my understanding is that you have concerns over whether or not Jasmine is really attracted to women.
Yeah, because on all of her social media, she's like friends with nothing but men. Like men comment on her pictures and it's like, you're beautiful, but when I tell her that is, oh, you don't mean that. But when the next person or a male say that to her, she's saying thank you and I appreciate it and smiley faces and kissy faces and stuff. But when I say it, it's like she don't even appreciate that. I'm supposed to be the one that she would want to hear from.
Well, let me ask you this, Jasmine. You said in your papers that you don't identify as a lesbian.
Yes, correct.
Are you bisexual?
No, I'm just attracted to her. Whether I'm just attracted to her. I'm not attracted to men. I'm not other women does not turn me on. Men does not turn me on. It's per se her.
But when she's mad is, oh, I'm gonna find me a man that's gonna treat me like a queen, or you don't treat me like I should be treated. I'm gonna find me a man to treat me like I'm supposed to be treated.
Well, Jasmine, do you say that?
I do say that, too? Yes, I do.
Well, how does she treat you that you feel you're not a queen in her eyes?
Well, for one,
you have to act like a queen to get treated like one.
Okay, Bianca, hang on. Hang on. Jasmine, what is she failing to do to make you feel important in her life?
I don't feel that she puts me first in some...
Give me an example.
like this living situation. She just found an apartment 2 weeks ago. She moves in sometime in September. I'm not on the lease. I feel as if we're coming down to Atlanta together, making an establishment for us, that both of our names should be on the lease, not just hers. She's so self-made. I mean, it's a wonderful thing to have, but not when you're married and you're supposed to be one.
You mean self-involved,
Well,
she's
yes,
self-absorbed.
yes,
Okay,
yes.
Bianca, what's your response to that?
She's looking at it from the wrong way. Like, I look at it as, okay, whether it was her who found the place or I found the place, it's still a place for both of us to come and lay our heads. I never once told her that it was just for me and mine. I always would say, we're going to eat this. I want you to cook dinner this day. I want you to cook this when we move. I want to do this when we move. I never single her out. She always feel like that. She had to be so small-minded about things, and I try to get her to change that, but I can't change her the way she thinks.
Bianca, you seem to say, well, I'm making these decisions and I'm including you with them. Isn't a marriage a place where you both have to sit down and make large decisions together in unison?
You're right. You're right, but when I be trying to talk about those things, it's like she'll brush me off. Like, she don't want to talk about things that's gonna be better for the future. She really talk about things that doesn't really even matter.
You mean to tell me when you mentioned, hey, I think we ought to move to another state, she had no interest whatever in discussing it with you?
Okay, so to take it back to how I got to Georgia, for one, we were staying together in her place in Roanoke, where she was just on the lease. So I moved from her place in Roanoke to Lynchburg with my auntie. I got tired of living with my auntie, so I upped and moved to Georgia with my cousin. At the time, she was staying with her cousin. She would be in the club from Thursday till Sunday.
You're telling the story.
Anytime I would
Sunday in the club?
Stop.
Yeah. Anytime I would go to work or go anyways, why I don't see you here? Well, I always see your wife there. I always see your wife this place. Okay, you see my wife. She's supposed to be in Roanoke. She's supposed to live in Roanoke, but she's always in Lynchburg. You know, so
You're
I was
supposed to live with me, but you're down in Atlanta.
Okay. So
go ahead.
So after that, I got tired of hearing that. So I'm like, all right, so I'm just going to up and go. Because, I mean, it was embarrassing to me to always hear.
Do you two ever talk to one another?
See,
you
that's
seem to have
that's the thing.
an entire relationship that it revolves around other people's comments and rumors, and I'm living with my this, and you're living with your that, and I hear about you other places. Do you ever sit down and talk?
That's the thing. When we do have a problem, it's like we give each other the silent treatment. Like, there's no way we could come to agreements to talk about the situation. It's like after 2 days, it's like the situation is behind us, so we don't even bring it up no more.
Talk about it.
Yeah.
I got you.
We can have a cookout. Oh, I don't want to go around her. She don't feel comfortable. When I go around my family, they ask about her. Well, where's Jasmine at?
You don't tell me that.
Why should I? You should be there.
Yeah, true indeed, I should be there.
They shouldn't have to ask me where you at every time I come.
Yeah. Well, I have my reasons.
Why do you feel uncomfortable around her family? We got a hot mess here going on. People moving, not talking, and all of that. And I've got to figure out how we got to the place where you are so disconnected that you speak to each other only through third parties, make moves without each other. How long did you know each other before you got married?
6 months.
And how did you meet?
Facebook.
Did it surprise you that you found yourself attracted to another woman?
It did.
Did you have concerns about it? I mean, is this really what I want to do?
At first, I was like that. But as time has passed, I work with men. I do socialize with a lot of men, but I don't look at them in that type of aspect.
Bianca, are you insecure, and are you concerned that she truly isn't attracted to you?
I mean, it's not that I'm insecure. It's I have my reasons. When you tell me that you're going to find a man and I see you he and ha with every dude that you see, yeah, I'm going to feel
every dude.
Stop.
Yeah, I'm going to feel like you that person wants you or you want them. If all I hear is I'm going to find me a man or I want a man, this and that about a man, so yeah, I'm going to feel like that.
Do you keep bringing up, I could get a man, I could go with a man, you do that, and you know, don't you know that just hurts her right in her heart?
I believe it, but she does stuff that hurt me right in my heart, so I come back with what I know that hurts.
Well, what does she do to you that goes to your heart?
us like not living together really hinders me. I mean, I'm in a state where I don't have no family, no friends, no anything, and I'm down here for us, and I can't even lay with my wife at night.
Well, let me talk about that. How did you get yourself into that situation? I understand that you have a very tight family, and somehow she's not really included within the context of that family.
It's like we can have a cookout. I tell her, come on, let's go to the cookout. There's a lot of people gonna be there. Oh, I don't wanna go around them. She don't feel comfortable because she feel like that's just what's inside of her. Regardless of how they look at her, how they speak, you know, she always still feels uncomfortable, and she's the only one who feel that way. When
Your family doesn't feel that way?
When I go around my family, they ask about her. Well, where's Jasmine at?
You
know?
don't tell me that.
Why should I? You should be there.
Yeah, true indeed, I should be there.
They shouldn't have to ask me where you at every time I come.
Yeah. Well, I have my reasons.
Why do you feel uncomfortable around her family? What makes you not want to be there with her?
To be honest, one side of the family is very friendly and welcomes me. When I'm around this other side, they don't make me feel welcome. They don't speak to me. I mean, why would I want to surround myself with negativity? And I'm not that type of person. I want to get along with your family. We are married. We should be one. And I want to be like that. But, I mean, certain things that the family, like, this moving situation with her finding a place, they post pictures. Oh, we're so excited for you and we're happy. But what about me? I mean,
got you.
You know,
I got you. Yeah, you're like two separate entities. I get it.
So I'm going through her phone after her phone rung. So 3 days before we went to sign the paper, she's telling this other girl she wished she was with them, and then she's telling her baby's father that she was still in love with him. So
you married her. Why are you texting other people telling them that you love them?
I mean, that...
Should Bianca and Jasmine have dated longer before getting married? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. If you would like your case to be heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at Divorce Court. Bianca, were you two ever happy?
yeah, we was before we got married.
Before you got married? That's
Yeah,
6
when
months.
we got married, that's when all the problems came.
And what do you think started the problem? What is the first sign you knew this thing was going south after you got married?
Okay. When we went to, we had to go get married in D.C. because it wasn't legal in Virginia then. So we went there. On our way back, she stopped to go shopping, of course. So she was in the store for like 30 minutes with her phone in the car. So mind you, we had just finished signing papers to be married. So I'm going through her phone after her phone rung. So 3 days before we went to sign the paper, she's telling this other girl she wished she was with them, and then she's telling her baby's father that she was still in love with him. So I didn't say, it took me a while to say anything to her about it.
Couple years.
No.
Stop.
I went, we after we left from Maryland, we rode all the way to Florida to pick up her son. I still didn't say nothing about it. You know, came back, I didn't say anything about it. I didn't say anything about it till like a week after we got back from getting her son.
Now, see, that's a right now kind of conversation. You just married somebody.
Yeah.
You got to know who you married and
Yeah,
what your situation is. Because you don't travel around the country and fester on, I just married somebody who's texting I love you to somebody else.
Yeah.
But you go looking for trouble, you find trouble.
But
Miss Jasmine, what kind of trouble could I be looking for somebody about to get married?
You married her. Why are you texting other people telling them that you love them?
I mean, truly, I mean, back then, I had just previously left my baby father, not per se for her, but a couple months before we got together. And I was with him for a couple years. So maybe back then the love was still there. And I just told him I love him maybe one last time.
So why would you get married to me and then tell him you love him one last time?
Well.
Miss Jasmine, is there something that she could do that could possibly save this?
Yes, just open up and talk to me. We don't talk and about the good or the bad. I mean, our good days outnumber our bad days by a long shot. But, I mean, it's little situations. I have a problem with this ring situation.
Tell me about the ring.
She does not like to wear her wedding ring. Like, I don't understand that. She just went to Virginia to pick up her son from the summertime. And on the way up there, I'm at work. I'm getting Facebook. She's sending me videos, her singing, she talking to me. And next thing I know, I go on social media and she's posting a picture and she doesn't have a ring on. So what am I to think?
So what, did you call? Did you talk to her
Absolutely,
about
I
it?
called her and I went off.
Yeah, she didn't call, ask no questions, no nothing.
What
she
is it
just
to ask?
Stop.
She could have called and said, babe, well, what happened to your ring? She didn't even do that. Oh, you got your ring off, this, and that, and I'm glad I got my hair cut. I'm on to newer things. Like, everything she just
I'm
blows
glad I got
it.
my hair cut. What's that got to do
You
with
know,
anything?
when you cut your hair, you're about to change yourself or move on, or I mean,
She
I
said
did this for her. My birthday is next month, and she's been asking me, "Can you cut your hair low?" So I've cut it low like this, and now it's for change, but I'm changing for her.
Well, I don't see it.
You just told me to cut my hair.
But that don't mean that you change it for me, though.
I'm doing it because you want to do it. I don't want to cut my hair, but I did.
the ring situation, she blew it out of proportion for no reason. Like, we argued for like 3 days because of that.
Because of that.
I did lose my ring.
You
I did.
always
Hey. I know, I'm not going to lie and say I know exactly what's happening, but I will say I have some suggestions for you. What is the greatest strain on Bianca and Jasmine's marriage? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. Ladies, if you continue to conduct yourself in this manner, I believe that divorce is the best thing that can happen to you. But before I do that, I want to give you an opportunity to at least understand where you're going wrong. So even if you can't make it together, you will understand what not to do the next time, because you guys do not have a clue. Yeah. You two are running on unbridled, unexamined, internet-fueled emotion. Right. You hear a little bit over here, you hear a little bit over there, you make little side comments and the little shadow shade over here and there and everywhere, and you're never, ever coming together and having a conversation about what you want, where you want to be, what you need, what your desires are, what your concerns are. You're all you get a little bit of information from a third party over there, and then you blow it up and you make a mess out of it. And you're so afraid of the other person getting the upper hand and hurting you. You're going to blow up because she didn't have a ring on, because you're assuming she's running around on somebody else. So I got to, best defense is a good offense. I got to come out punching and popping without having to ask, hey, baby, where's your ring?
But
No, but. You have run this relationship into a ditch that is so deep, you can't even see the top of it. You have no business saying anything to me at all. You have no business. You don't understand what you're doing. A marriage is a place where two people come in the country Hubbard. This is the country. It's Hubbard. Facebook ain't in Hubbard.
Right.
Social media ain't in Hubbard.
Right.
Cousins, uncles, all this. None of those live in the country Hubbard. And in the country Hubbard, you got to have some government. And you got to talk to it. Don't be like Congress.
Yeah.
But you actually have to have a conversation. You have to sit down every day. This is what I would do if I were the two of you. Every day, 1 hour, in a room, conversation. How you doing?
Yeah.
How you feeling? What you want? Where we going? What's next? How can I help you? Mm-hmm. How can I make you feel better? Mm-hmm. What are you upset about? What's the rest of our day going to look like? Where are we headed in the long term? All of that must be discussed between the two of you. And then the country Hubbard goes on lockdown. Mm-hmm. Take it for what it's worth, and I wish you the best of luck. But you have to have a conversation, and it has to be with each other, not the rest of the world. I wish you both the best of luck. This matter is adjourned.
Today, Judge Lynn's advice for us, it'll be good for us. We're going to start being on one accord.
Absolutely. Our country.
Making this thing work.
Yeah. We're going to be together as a team like we're supposed to be in this marriage as one, and not listening to outsiders, and it's just going to focus on us, right?
Right.
Right.